Hi guys, hold on a second. Oh shit. I'm gonna. This is gonna trigger. Probably. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been triggered a lot by my family in my life, and I'm being shown this shit in my dreams for a reason. So, and I'm sharing it with you guys because there's probably some of you guys who have been through similar things, or there's going to be people who are going to watch this video in the future and they're going to say, holy shit, my mom and my sister and whatever did, my dad did the same shit. Okay, so it's going to resonate with somebody. And the whole point of me going through this in my life and actually choosing my betrayers before I came here to awaken is so that I can help people understand when they're going through the shit. So with that being said, hi, I hope everybody is doing well. I know that there's been a big shift. There was a solar eclipse. There was a lunar eclipse actually last night. I'm going to drop another video later about all of the signs of the zodiac and how it may affect your sign. All right. I'm just going to break it down quickly. So I had a dream last night about my sister and my mom. And I already told you guys that they teamed up against me, right? Which is usually what happens when there's envy or jealousy involved. And like I said, it doesn't have to have anything to do with looks or money. It just has something to do with the kind of energy that you give off and the kind of effect that you have on other people that they don't have. They don't have that kind of light in them, right? So I had a dream about my mom and my sister, and what happened was, because I was always the protector of my sister, she would start fights with people and I would fight them for her. She can't deny it. I was always protecting her and offering to whoop someone's fucking ass for her, right? To the point where, like, I even offered to have a girl picked up by a cab and brought to my house to slap the shit out of her and then send her back because her excuse was she didn't have a car. My sister can never take that away from me. My mom has never defended her, though. Like, my mom will talk shit about every single body and then be kind to your face because she's that grandiose narcissist I told you about, right? My mother single-handedly destroyed our immediate family and pulled us all apart, okay? And she knows this, and that's cool, and she's getting karma for it right now because, you know, God didn't have you be a mother to shit the bed on it, right? So basically, I was out of somewhere, we were all together, and there was this guy. He was like, and the kind of guy that this was like your misogynist, the kind of guy that likes to overpower and doesn't respect women. He represented that kind of piece of shit that we don't need anymore on this planet, right? And he picked up my sister and he threw her. So I went up to him and people were saying, no, no, don't do this. He's this, that, and the other. You know, I don't have fear. You know what I mean? I've actually come face to face with people who I think they were shocked as shit. Some dudes that actually came into my face trying to intimidate me, and the shit just failed miserably. Right? So I went up to him and I started like yelling at him, screaming and swinging at him, telling him like, don't ever put your fucking hands on my sister again, which is, that's me, you know, that's me. And I've defended my mom, you know, when my dad cheated and shit. Like, it's really sad how like you defend all these people in your life, but they leave you and they betray you. Not only do they not defend you, but they will actually go behind your back and talk to your exes that they talk shit on, and they told you that if you don't stop talking to him, we can't talk to you anymore. All right, that's another thing I'm going to talk about, right? Because they should be just disgusted with themselves at this point. So I'm showing these dreams for a reason, okay? So as I'm yelling at this guy and I'm like saying like, don't ever fucking put your hands on my sister again, he apologizes. He comes up, he's trying to calm me down. He's like, you're sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't, you know, you're right. I shouldn't be doing that, right? This is the effect I do have on people because we are sent here to open people's eyes about some things as well. We have multiple purposes on this planet, light workers and earth angels do. Now, as this guy's apologizing to me, I see my mom sitting behind him looking at me with the most ignorant, evil, like, how could you kind of face. So that tells me two things. One, she was super jealous of my relationship with my sister because we used to be like this. And narcissistic parents are jealous of their daughters, their sons, not just of the relationship their kids have, which is why they separate them and come in between them, but of them separately. They're jealous of them and they live vicariously through them because they don't have an identity of their own. So, and a second thing was, my mom doesn't love her either because narcissistic parents don't love their children. Most of them had children and they weren't ready. So that also showed me like, why didn't you get up and defend your child And then when I did, why were you mad at me? You see, there's a lot of messages in dreams. So then I had a second dream that it was just my sister and I, no mom, because they, you see the light flicker? They wanted to show me something else. And it was just my sister and I. And she was with her boyfriend in the dream, but it was one of my guy friends that I was pretty tight with years ago. And this was another message. You know, your sister, your narcissistic sister, your mom, they'll be like friends. They'll even flirt with your son's father and shit. And sometimes they do a little more. And they will flirt with them and then they will talk shit on them. They told me that when I was with this person in Virginia, I was with him for almost 10 years, and it was just a tumultuous relationship because he was a narcissist too, because that's all I attracted my whole life, right? We're cheaters, liars, criminals. And they said, like, we can't talk to you anymore if you stay with him. So I left and moved across the country. I moved from Virginia to California by myself to leave him, and they were more distant from me than ever. The whole time I was in California for 4 years, my father never picked up the phone once and called. It was always through the phone. I was on the phone. My mom going, hey, babe, everything okay? Never got on the phone, you know, because he doesn't love me. I was just a worker to him. I was somebody that could help him make money. I made him look good because I was the best roofer in the city that had a pair of tits. Do you understand? So with that being said, it was my sister. So anyway, I'm sorry. I came back from California in 2016. And in like 2017, I got a message from my ex, the one that because we always remain cool. You know, I don't, there's another thing about empaths is that we always remain friends with our exes because we even have pity and compassion for the people who betrayed us because we've probably done some shit like that before or close, right? We just have this supernatural understanding and compassion for people, and that's what makes us so valuable. One of the many things that makes us so valuable on this planet, and that's why when people fuck with us, they get karma. Okay, so he actually messaged me and said, I saw your sister and your mom and your son at Rita's Water Ice, and they had conversations. So that's betrayal. They will literally talk shit on your exes or your boyfriends or your husbands, and then they will talk shit about them behind their back, but then they'll talk about you because that's all they know how to do is bet. They live for fucking gossip, right? They're bored. If they're not shopping and getting their hair done and spending money they shouldn't or whatever, even if they have it, it's like, why do you need all these things, right? If they're not doing that, they don't know what to do with themselves. They need supply. And sometimes gossip is even a form of supply. It's sick and it's demented, but it makes them feel better about themselves. So, same thing with my mom, with my brother-in-law. When my brother-in-law, who came off as holier than thou because he's got money, right? And judged me, wound up getting into a car accident, running off the side of the road with kids in the car, right? Cheating on my sister, and they're finding out he's also on drugs, but he didn't want me around his kids. He's another narcissist. I'm telling you, I was surrounded by these motherfuckers, okay? And my dad told me, and then it was like, why did you tell Teresa? You know why? Because we can't have Teresa thinking that her sister's marriage isn't perfect. I mentioned this before, right? We have to act like our lives are perfect. We don't have any problems. We're just going to fucking focus on yours though, right? Well, fuck you for that one because you can't do it no more, okay? So now my mom was saying to me, oh yeah, Eric is going to blackmail him and take him for everything he's got. I told her to blackmail him and take his business and everything. Months later, she's going over there. Oh, hi. I'm not going to say his name. Hi. And hugging him and being kind and licking his asshole because he has money. You see what I'm saying? My parents actually kissed the ass of the same dude who broke their daughter's heart and their grandkids. Do you see how fucking sick and demented these people are? But they come off as, you know, because you're grandparents, you're good people, right? The fuck you're not. You're evil. You're cold-hearted, all right? And you have a lot of lies too. And your shit's coming out as well. It's like, you literally told your daughter to take him and literally blackmail him. And then you're letting him take you and treat you to spas and trips. I don't even know if he knew this, but eventually he'll know, because I'm pretty sure if he ain't watching these two, he's going to. That my mother told my sister to take you for everything that you had and to blackmail you and set you up. Okay? All right? So let's just keep it fucking real, because the troublemaker knows how to stir the shit up, but they don't know how to handle the shit when it comes back to them. All right? So the second dream I had was my sister was actually with a friend of mine as a boyfriend or something. And I kept trying to talk to her about something important, something that was so important. I feel like it could have saved her life, but she didn't have time for it. My sister, like once she started hanging around a group of people when we moved up to a certain area that had money, she totally just walked away from me. It was like I wasn't good enough anymore or whatever. And the funny thing is that you can't even compare the kind of person that I am. You could add up all the people that she knows and they still can't come close to the kind of person that I am inside, outside, and all around. Because like I said, even when I was an addict, I was still the best person and the best spirit in the room and in everybody's lives, right? I was still able to make people laugh. I was still able to make fun of myself, right? And make myself the butt of the joke, which is something narcissists can't do, right? There's just so much jealousy and so much just envy that it's really disgusting that it comes from your own blood. It's mostly your own blood, right? They're the ones that literally just like turn around and while they're hugging you, just right in your back. So that was another message basically saying it's not just your mother's fault because your sister had free will and whether or not she wanted to become a very good flying monkey for your mom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, good for you. You were weak too, that you became a good flying monkey for her, you know? And where did that get you? Now, where did it get you? It got nobody anywhere. It's really sad. It's really disgusting. But the shit needs to be spoken about because there's other people who are watching this video or are going to watch this video that have been through the same shit or are going to maybe go through the same shit and can walk away and take your energy back before it gets to the point where the whole entire family is destroyed from one evil mother, right? And a father who was too weak to stand his ground. All right? Now, another thing. I've been placed in situations, my boyfriend and I have been placed in situations to, you know, we both clearly see that we have a purpose and sometimes it's just to bring justice and to open people's eyes in a way with our delivery. Not that's yelling in someone's face or screaming in someone's face or threatening them, but to actually speak words that make them understand about being human. There are situations where we've been put in where we're like, why are you doing this to me, God? But it always works out. But we're expected to stick up and defend ourselves. And for a while, it's just been me doing it because I've always been that person in every friend dynamic. I've always the one that spoke up for justice if somebody was getting treated wrong or whatever. My family, I did the same shit, okay? And a lot of the time, most of the time, 99% of the time, the person that does this is left like, where the fuck is everybody when I need them, right? But this is the thing. You're so strong and powerful. You never needed those people. They actually needed you. And then when you remove yourself, they see this because they start to miss things about you, right? Now they can't have it again. And it's like becomes like a drug. Like, I need that energy. I need that energy back. And you can't have it, you know, because it's mine. But so today, my boyfriend was put in a situation where he had to actually stand up and speak for me, which he never had to do because, like I said, his mother babied him his whole life and he was never man enough to actually defend himself, nevertheless somebody else. So God made a situation this morning that looked like it could have been a problem, and he was put in a predicament to have to stand up and be a man because there aren't many men these days who are willing to stand up and defend a really valuable, good woman, okay? And he did. And the respect that he got, not only from me, right? Because like we're like best friends and we're all that we have right now in human form. We both understand that we have a whole spirit squad and ancestors who are destroying people's lives for fucking with us and betraying us right now. But in human form, it's just him and I. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is a relationship that my family or nobody can tear apart. I'm not taking bad advice from my family who have failed fucking marriages, right? It's like we made the mistakes as empaths of taking relationship advice from our family and friends who have been cheated on, who have cheated, and they actually had the balls to judge your relationship, right? It's like crazy when you wake up and you realize that you have been literally manipulated, and how many of your friendships were shot to shit because your parents didn't like them, right? But then, your parents turn around and run into them years later. It's like, oh my God, how you doing, right? Not saying I talk so much shit on you to my daughter, right? Or an ex, like, oh, if you would have heard the shit that I was telling my daughter to do to you, right? But then when they see them, they're punks, they're weak, they don't have a backbone. Narcissists don't have a backbone. My family does not have a backbone. They will literally kiss my son's father's ass knowing that he did some cruddy shit, right? They will kiss my sister's husband's ass knowing that he fucked up multiple times, right? But they will do this. They've done it to me about people. And I have been put in situations where I had to actually say, I don't want to talk about these people. I'm not a gossiper. When I talk about people, it's like this. You gonna know I'm talking about you because the shit's public. So it's like, and if anybody has a problem with what I'm saying, or anybody thought that I was wrong about all this truth about my life that I'm spinning, they would have contacted me by now. Because like I said, they love to tell you when you're doing something wrong. It's killing them that they can't call me and say, why are you saying this? Because it's all true. You cannot fuck with truth. No, you can't, okay? Jesus actually called out narcissists. He fucked their shit up, okay? Everybody has this misconception that Jesus was like, hug your enemies and love your enemies. No, Jesus was like, you're scum. He literally, it says this, in my words, I'm of course paraphrasing, but he basically said, like, you're dirty on the inside and you only care about what you can get out of a situation. He said this. Don't be fooled by this whole Jesus was just some kind of amazing guy and he didn't get gangster, because that's not true, all right? They left a lot of shit out, okay? But it's actually in the Bible. And it doesn't use the word narcissist. It just talks about, the dirty ones, all right? The dirty ones. So anyway, I'm going to drop another video about this lunar eclipse that we just had yesterday, and every sign, how it could be affecting your life according to the sign that you are. So I'm just going to make it quick because I like to just say shit quick and get off, okay? So I hope everybody's having a great day. I almost hope it doesn't resonate with somebody, but there's a lot of people out there who had this triangulation shit happen with their sibling and their parent, and there's a parent that just tore the whole family apart, and you had betrayers in your family who were talking shit behind your back, but then talking shit about the person with you that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, they need to be called out for it. So maybe they need to understand why they're going through the karma they're going through right now. You know what I mean? You were two-faced and you betrayed your own blood, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to do that. So don't betray the Messiah in your family. You understand? Have a good day. I love you guys. I'm out.